Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel where I deep dive into my creative lifestyle. Today, while you're watching me struggle to create this digital art piece for a Draw This in Your Style challenge, I want to talk a bit about progress. More specifically, my drawing and painting progress over the past 2 years. If you're a long-time subscriber to my channel, you might remember that sometime in 2018, May to be precise, I posted my first bullet journal video. If you haven't seen that yet, don't worry about it, I'll link to it in the info bar and probably in the description of the video as well. My bullet journal journey led me to pursuing art more. I wanted to make my bujo pretty because that's how I thought they should be, and to be honest, the cool and pretty factors helped me to use it more. The bullet journal led to some doodle challenge. Thank you Doodle Day darlings for that. Link to her amazing channel in the description of the video. And that somehow led to me pursuing art more seriously. I'd done a bit of acrylic painting with my fiance's mom in early 2018, or was it Christmas 2017, around the time anyway. But despite enjoying it, that remained a one-hit wonder. So that's why I credit my bullet journal beginnings as my art pursuit beginnings as well. Now, 2 years and change does sound like a lot, unless I mention that in August of 2018, I broke my leg. Yes, it was painful and horrible, and that led to emergency surgery, my first day in the hospital actually, and 6 weeks spent in bed without being allowed to put my leg on the floor. 2 more subsequent surgeries later and a lot of physical therapy, I was finally back on track. During all that time, I was also writing and publishing books, doing cover designs, both for myself and also for some close author friends, and later took on some freelance work. It was not related to books or covers or anything I usually did, but it was necessary to supplement my income. The why of that is simple. The whole leg incident led to a lot of recovery costs and me not working much throughout the year when I was getting all those surgeries done. At first, I thought of my cover design and my art endeavors as separate pursuits, but not so much anymore. They're both art to me, although at times they require different skills. When I put everything into perspective, I look at my progress differently. Everything I worked on, from learning how to use digital painting software, getting better at sketching things, understanding the human figure, or diving deeper into colors, shading, lighting, and so on, it's all quite a lot for such a limited period of time, of which not much was really allotted to art practice when I think about it carefully. If you're paying attention to the art on the screen, you'll see me fail a lot. I hadn't been using Krita for a while, so I forgot how to do a lot of things. Other things I'd never tried, so it was bound to blow up in my face at some point. I tried to use gradients without knowing much about the process of using them to begin with, and it kind of worked, eventually. I implemented some older cloud brushes I used for my first ever digital piece. It was a Bob Ross recreation in Krita that was kind of a tutorial at the same time, really good. I'll try to find it and link in the description as well. And that sort of worked too. The thing that screwed me the most was the lag between my brush strokes on the background and the time it took Krita to process them. Yes, I was still on my slow laptop, which is great for writing and playing on the internet, but it's grossly underperforming when it comes to any sort of graphic work or video work. That's one hurdle I got over now that I have a new computer, which is way more powerful. Fun fact, kids, a desktop PC will always be a lot more powerful than any laptop configuration you can find. I didn't know that, and I was traveling more when I bought my laptop, but you know, I've learned since. After all those trials and errors and failures, I tried to use the Colorize Mask to get the flat colors down, forgetting how it would color the background around the line art as well. So I gave up on that option. Also, I don't know how to use the bucket tool correctly, or let's face it, I didn't even think of it. So coloring this piece, just getting the flat colors down, took a lot longer than it should have. I kept trying to get this artwork to where I wanted it, and when it was finally done, I was absolutely in love with it. What you're seeing is sped up to about 1000%. So I can get it to a decent video length, and it does not account for the hour and a half I spent on getting a clean sketch, which I didn't think of recording. It took about 4 hours to do this piece from start to finish, spread over 2 different evenings, which I know adds longer than it should have been when I think of all the things that ate up too long just because I didn't know what I was doing. And because this is me we're talking about, I tried so hard to make that vignette effect just to turn it off somehow before saving the final picture I put up on Instagram. But it looks pretty good even without it, so I chose not to stress about it in the end. Leaving all those hiccups aside, this is right now my favorite digital art piece I've ever done. It just came together somehow. Sure, there are things I could improve, but I can overlook them and I just love the result. It's because it looks like I've made real progress. It's because I had so much fun making it, and it's because I learned a lot while painting this. Does that mean all my pieces work out now? No, just go through my November vlogs. Don't worry, I'll link the playlist in the info cards, and you'll see I still fail a lot. It doesn't matter though. Even the most pro of artists out there will have pieces that just don't turn out right. Of course, the proportions are different, but the thought is reassuring. My plans for the future are to keep practicing and learning more. And I do have a yearly subscription to Skillshare, which I mainly use for art classes. I do follow a lot of amazing artists on YouTube, and I'm part of a Krita group that is always a wealth of knowledge. I plan to mix Clip Studio Paint, which I just bought for Black Friday, and Krita in the future, simply because CSP has the best line art tools ever, and I do use line art for my more manga anime inspired style. That said, I also plan to sketch more, play more with Upgrade art supplies every month, which you'll see here on the channel, and keep working on my cover designs. Above all that, I plan to remember it's not been that long since I started, and the time I have for art right now is limited. So I'll make the best of it and try not to get discouraged or upset when something just doesn't turn out great. I have come a long way from where I started. I just have to keep reminding myself to look back objectively and maybe have better ways to integrate art practice into my routine. That's a bit of a sore spot right now, because when I do art, I get into something that's called hyperfocus. I don't take breaks. I forget to eat and drink. It's the same for cover design and digital painting or just sketching. So doing something like 30 minutes a day is a recipe for disaster, because I'd start with 30 minutes and then be there for a couple of hours. But I do have some solutions for that, and I'll make it work somehow. Most probably I'll leave it for the end of the day, when even if I start and get trapped into that hyperfocus, I'll get tired at some point and want to sleep. So I'll naturally stop for the day. hope you've enjoyed the artwork on screen. I also hope you found this little dive into my art journey at least a little useful. And please let me know in the comments if there's something you're currently working on and, like me, you have trouble being objective about your progress. We'll band together and remind ourselves to be kinder and more appreciative of our skills and effort. We'll succeed at that at some point. If you want more art, writing, and book publishing related content from me, then I suggest you give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. I aim at hitting that magical 666 number this month. I think it's too funny not to wish to be there. Enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are, and I will see you soon. Bye!